Hey everyone, it is Drew again. Today we are going to make a really cool gatefold card, and this is kind of like a spring type card. I'm not really sure, but I really love the papers that I'm using. Okay, so I started off with a piece of Whisper White cardstock from Stampin' Up, and I cut it at 5.5 by 8, and I scored it at 2 and also at 6. So you're going to get a 2-inch flap here, 2-inch flap here, and then a 4-inch inner facing, and it's all at 5.5 on either side. Okay, so after you have that, you're going to fold them. Then I'm going to add on my little mats for either side, and these are from the Magnolia paper set from My Mind's Eye, and you could pick this up at, I picked it up at my local scrapbooking store, but I think I've seen it on 2 Peas in a Bucket also. So go try that out also. 2peasinabucket.com. And I'm just going to add these on, and these mats are cut out at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to add some adhesive onto those. And I'm just using Tombow adhesive. This is a permanent adhesive. If you want the removable one, it won't stay as it says it's removable. So, just letting you guys know that. I'm just going to apply one onto that side, and then I also have one that's going to go onto this side. So I just cut 2 out of this Magnolia paper set. And I'm just kind of experimenting. I am doing this all on camera with you guys. Haven't done a preview of the card or anything. Normally I do a rerun of the card before, but in this one I didn't. And then I cut out, everything I cut out is at 2 1/4 inches, and this is a piece from Serenade Cricut cartridge, and this is a pretty pricey cartridge. I didn't know that, and I got it with my Cricut actually. I got my Cricut at Walmart. And so I'm just adding some zig on here. And I'm applying it onto the blue, and I kind of drawn out the colors from the Magnolia paper of the flower paper right here. I kind of drawn out the colors, and so I just used some blue cardstock back here, and then like a watercolor green cardstock, and then I'm just going to use some white cardstock here, and I'm just going to apply a little Tombow and put that right in the center of the flower. So there we have one flower done, and we have another flower. We are going to have 2 flowers, and they're both at 2 1/4. And I used a Whisper White for this, and then the blue watercolor. And this is also, all these watercolor papers that I'm talking about are from the Magnolia collection. They kind of give you some plain papers also. And remember that Magnolia collection from My Mind's Eye. Really pick that up. I love the paper. You get 180 pieces of paper for like $19.99. And then I used the green watercolor that I used for the flower on the left for this flower center. Okay, so now that I have the flowers done, I am going to adhere them on, and I'm kind of just going to place one up towards the top, and I'm only going to adhere it on to half of the flower. So add your glue on to half of the flower, and place it on to the left side, up towards the top more, like this, and it'll open up, leaving a little bit of the blue behind. Now for this flower, I'm going to add some dimensional adhesive onto this side, onto the left side now. So I'm just going to put on 2. And I'm kind of going to place this one to where one of the petals is going over top, but the dimensionals are not stuck on top of the other flower. And that will create a closure for your gatefold card. And then to open it up, you're just going to pull back a little bit and open. So push up and stick in, and you'll have a little bit of a closure onto the front of there, like this. So now this is kind of what all the front's going to be. I'm going to add one more element to the front here. I am just going to use my Making Memories paper piercer, and up in the top corner I'm going to pierce a hole, and this is going to be where a brad's going to go. So I just have some brads. These are the glazed brads from Basic Gray, and I have one of the bigger sized ones, as you can see. And I don't actually know what collection this came from because it does not have a name for the collection, but it's a little flower. And then I'm also going to add one down in the bottom left-hand corner. Probably right about here. And I'm just going to pierce my hole. Sorry, I don't have a mat. I picked up this tool at my scrapbook store and they didn't have any mats in stock. So I'm just kind of working with what I have right now. Sorry if I'm talking all weird. I just got my braces tightened today. It doesn't feel that good. But I still wanted to make a video. And so far your card will look like that. And now after I have those on, I'm going to do the inside of the card. Now I cut a mat of the same exact cardstock, and I cut it a lot bigger than the outside so you can see a little bit more of the design of the cardstock, but you get a full 12 by 12 piece. And this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I'm just adding this on, and this is going to be the inside where you're going to add any of your like journaling or whatever you want to say to them. So I have that on. Move this out of the way. And I have a piece of white cardstock, and this one's cut at 3 by 4 1/2. And I have some photo corners here that match the paper. I punched them out using those watercolors that I was talking about earlier. They match the paper, and I'm just going to add it onto one of the corners, one of the top corners, and then also one at the bottom corner. And you could also add on like one at the top, one on all 4 the corners, but I'm not. And after I have that on, I'm going to adhere this full section on to the card, leaving it's going to give you about a 1/2 inch border all the way around. And I wanted to do that just because you're not going to need that much room to write, and I wanted to show more of the design. So thanks for watching this video, and check out my blog at cardonmyeye.blogspot.com. Everybody have a great day, and bye for now.